Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Museo Panico, roughly translated Panic Museum. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our first podcast being recorded 11:10 p.m. on a very muggy, hot July 23rd Friday night. And I know, my friends, that you are probably not going to be listening to this also on the same exact night, but please do your best to listen to this late at night. Museo Panico will do its best to take you on a journey of rare, underground, obscure soundtrack score music. This is stuff you do not typically hear on trailers on television or on any of the radio stations. This is soundtrack and score music from exploitation films and horror films, ladies and gentlemen, or just otherwise bizarre films. Let's begin the first podcast of Museo Panico. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was Martin's Palm Tree Motel. That's the third track off their debut CD entitled Room 1. And that is one of the soundtrack bands for Apartment 1014 films. And that is actually one of the songs off their third film entitled Closed, CLOSE_DT. And you can actually pick that up off of apartment1014films.com. Let's continue our journey into the night, into the museum.
Keeps on raining.
every time I hear that song, it I don't know, it hits me in an emotional way. That is Ruby Rain by Pino Donaggio, the first track off of Dario Argento's Trauma. And this particular film is extremely unique in the Argento catalog, because it was an American film for him, but also it was one of his films that did not have the band Goblin performing in it. And whenever I hear that song, it's one of the few songs, by the way, on the actual Trauma soundtrack that has vocals in it. It's a very classical soundtrack, a very almost traditionally classical soundtrack, except for that song, as opposed to all the other Dario Argento films. But um, it's very emotional, and if you've seen the movie, you really, for such a crazy, decapitated horror film, there's a huge emotional core as you follow this very troubled teenage girl throughout the film, played by Dario's daughter, Asia Argento. And it kind of reminds me of that lost teenage girl vibe of a film from 1990 called Streets, which was actually Christina Applegate's first film. Ruby Rain off of the Trauma soundtrack. Good luck, folks, getting that one, because if you want it, you got to get it quick, because as of July 23rd, there's one left on Amazon, and there's one left on CD Universe. But you can, this is pretty easy compared to most of the stuff that I'll play on here. There's one available, and you can also pick up copies new and used for some pretty reasonable prices. Very reasonable prices, but there aren't that many used and new. So if you want it, I mean, when I mean, like, there's like 2 new on Amazon and 1 used on Amazon. So if you do want it, you're going to want to pick it up. And I would also look on half.com, and don't ever buy any CDs off of deepdiscount.com, although they're a great site for movies if they're the lowest price. Don't ever buy any CDs off of their site, just because their shipping and handling, they crack all the CDs. They just ship them really, really badly. But so there you go. Trauma. Pick it up if you want it. Let's continue our journey, folks.